Finale!
Drum roll. Or is this the doggy paddle? Welcome back, everyone. We are about to watch the last episode of Star Wars Rebels.
Sure.
Oh, what a great series. Yes, I mean, we love watching this show, but we're always so sad when we come to the end of the series.
Yeah.
We've been watching this for a while. We watch it twice a week. We only have one episode now, but I think it's double the length because I changed it over so we can't look at the thumbnail, but I did quickly see, I think it said 40 minutes instead of 20-something minutes. So I was
great.
oh, cool. So at least we have almost like a double episode.
Oh,
absolutely.
So that's exciting.
Nice. Yes.
So what can possibly happen? I mean, I'm sure a whole lot.
Some good and probably a lot of bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of bad.
One thing is, because I know we have to see a lot of things first. I mean, they have a lot of fighting still to do. I mean, last episode was just incredible with Ryder actually lying to Price and luring her over.
I'm so happy that happened.
He
was really going on the other side.
Like, I know there's going to be a lot of fighting,
right.
and I am hoping that we can see some epilogue and that it just doesn't end after the battle. Like, I want to see what happens to everyone afterwards, and I always like that because I always want closure in some way.
Right. At the very least, like in hiding.
That's right. And they have Price now, too.
Yeah, they have Price, and what are they going to do with her? Honestly, she might be in better hands with them because when Thrawn gets over there, he's going to execute her, right? And the fact that
what she's done,
Mm-hmm. And even though she was afraid of him before and knows what he is about, you know, she's working for him, and for him to be like, I'll take care of you when I see you or whatever. Like, okay, well, what does that actually mean? Oh, that you're going to be executed and you can't even leave where you are. Like, you know, you're just going to do your job until you get killed. I'd be like, F this, I'm out. I'd be like, the first chance I get, I'm trying to escape.
And you know, if I was in that predicament, I probably would just do another, you know, well, what the hell moment. I'm going to, you know, do everything I can, or, you know, really try to, you know, have him see me in a better light, or I'm going to totally mess up again and I'm going to die anyway. You know, just have, you know, just go for it.
Jeez.
I would just leave.
And she did.
Yeah, I'd be like, no. But, you know, she's trying to stay true to her job and, maybe make him see differently. Be like, don't kill me, please. Not demotion. You're going to get killed. Woo. So, I'm excited to get into this. And if you're new to our channel, thank you guys so much for checking us out. We watched Star Wars Rebels all the way through from the start on our channel blind, and it's been a fun ride all the way through.
It really has. I'm so glad we did.
Me too.
So happy.
Definitely.
And, you know, if we revisit the movies, we'll know a lot more, you know, backstory on everybody.
Yeah, because we enjoyed the movies. Most of you know that. We saw them on our channel a long time ago. And we, like, going in new to Star Wars, we knew the basics, but nothing in detail. So now that we really understand a lot more, and actually are good fans now of the series of all of Star Wars, that we would totally pick out a lot more.
Yeah, especially other officers of the Rebels and, you know, of the Empire. You know, I think that would be really cool to see that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Please request that, guys. The more requests we get, we have links below, so you can, you know, check out our Patreon. You can request there, and you can vote every Monday. Pretty much, we have polls that go off, and that's what dictates what we're going to watch on the channel.
That's right.
So thank you guys for all of that.
Yeah,
we do all this because of all of you, and we love it. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Ready.
Okay, so this is season 4, episode 15.
I know what I have to do now. But I'm afraid. Not for me, but for my friends. I want you to know everything I've done and will do began with you.
Ezra, I will do no such thing.
Okay, if that's your choice.
Take your head off.
Fine.
That's right.
I'll do it. Just call off your dog.
Just one little bite. A little nibble.
Yeah, right?
Going to attempt to launch the dome. Your plan is worse than I thought.
Bolder. You mean bolder than you thought.
More creative than you thought.
Nice and easy, Governor.
Stop
get everyone inside.
Hey, purple guy, get in position. Okay, getting there, right there, and stop.
Launch.
Whoop.
When pigs fly.
Okay.
Oh no.
Very swift.
Whoops.
Thank you for your service.
Rex, lock them in the storage bin.
Yes, sir, Commander.
Guys! Oh no, he's gonna take.
Oh.
There's some one shit. Come on.
Oh, I can't stand this
No!
guy.
Don't let him take you over. No, don't let him go! You can't. Bite on.
Break it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't
Put a
let
little
him
air
go.
hole in there.
Whoa,
Bite
whoa,
onto
whoa,
a wing.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, darn
no.
it.
Used her codes to infiltrate the Imperial headquarters.
Tattletale.
Purpose, I do not know.
And do you always question the orders of a superior officer?
Proceeding with Protocol 13
Oh,
immediately.
Too late.
Oh, look at that black cloud.
Shutting down the launch cycle.
No, we can't just sit here.
Why would I surrender when I hold your entire army prisoner?
So that I can bombard the civilians of your home without incurring Imperial casualties.
Huh.
He's gonna say stop.
Oh,
Enough! I surrender!
No, come on, Ez.
Do this, but
This is what I was meant to do.
there's another way. There's always another way. I won't let you go.
He's gonna leave.
Ah.
Last time.
Yeah, old school.
Ezra?
We have to stop him.
Ezra, don't do this.
Hera, hit it from different sides if we're gonna capture both power terminals. That is, if you agree, Hera.
It's a good plan. The best chance we've got.
You chose to be a Jedi. Predictable. What's left of a scattered, frightened lot, mostly beaten and in hiding, or poorly trained children like yourself.
Force isn't a weapon, but you'll never understand that.
Oh, I don't have to. It was not my intention to utterly destroy her. I've even taken some of Sabine Wren's work. She's quite talented. Was quite talented.
You think you can
What
take
matters is who has power. But that is something that Jedi won't teach you so much.
My dear boy, I've so wanted to meet you. And here you are, at last.
I have my different outfit on today.
Works every time.
Allow me to offer what might have been, and what yet may be.
Don't be tempted by that.
Any ideas?
So many hurdles.
Then I'm gonna stay anyway.
This is a lie. They died. I felt it.
Ezra, hurry. You know it is possible to change fate.
Oh no! Oh. Oh, he went out to protect his friend.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
He's gonna be amazing. Yeah, get him. Needs to go.
Oh,
We're
is
not
he gonna go down
dead.
with him? Uh-oh, he's getting back up.
Double
Watch
tap.
it, watch it.
No! No!
Oh
Oh,
no!
wow.
Oh, he took care of him.
Why didn't I use you?
Mom?
Real.
Because it's not true. You
It's
guys.
not,
It
just wants him
isn't.
to open it for
Yeah,
something
no.
else.
What about my friends?
No.
If you open the gateway, you will save your parents. They shall live.
He's pulling at your heartstrings.
Oh,
Don't.
boy.
Don't.
Go on.
Don't do it.
I have to let you go.
Good.
Good.
Yes.
Ah, here he goes.
Yes.
Here's the real
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, there he is.
Destroy him.
Wow. Kick their butts.
Ooh, where did he come from?
God, I have all odds against you here. Push them
Knock
all.
him down. No!
Don't hurt Zeb. I really want
No.
Zeb to kill this
Step
guy. I
on
can't
his
stand
foot.
him.
Oh,
Should have killed him before.
Don't. Come on, have something up your
Get
sleeve.
off.
He's
Last
gonna
second. Come on.
get burned up.
whoa.
Good.
Oh, good. I don't think I was gonna get fried.
Good.
Oh, it's gonna stink for a while.
Terrible death.
Oh,
Good.
Is he screaming?
Never mind about calling back.
He won't answer you.
He just screamed and died.
oh,
Oh, he's alive.
Look at him. Yeah.
He is fortunate to be in my service because
Look
only
at him,
that
look at him.
keeps him alive. We did it, Gregor.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
So brave.
Whoa! And the pergola back.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun is that? Yeah, if they can travel that fast, then they must have pretty thick skin.
Whoa.
Let's see your
Wow.
head.
Whoa.
Whales to the rescue.
No!
No. Turn.
Yeah, no more death on our
Get
side.
him.
Yes.
Once and for all.
Yeah, get him.
Glow like that.
They're gonna take
jump
off.
into hyperspace.
Ezra, get out of there.
Ezra, get out of there right now. That's an order.
Hera,
Oh.
I have to see this through to the end.
But there's no shields up anymore. If he goes into hyperspace.
The Force will be with you.
Oh
Oh.
my God.
He just in hyperspace now. He's somewhere with Thrawn.
Was that the plan?
Wow.
Oh my God. Whoa.
There's the screams. I was waiting for those screams.
For Kanan and Ezra.
Liberate.
Down with the
Bye bye. Oh, and she stood tall though all the way
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Determined.
I couldn't have wished for a better family. I can't wait to come home.
Can't wait to come home.
Look at all of that. He saved all of them.
Good.
Yeah, we got our city back.
Yay.
And with a decisive victory at the Battle of Endor, the Emperor's reign of terror came to an end, destroyed the Lasat people, and that they were thriving on this new world.
Yeah.
A world where he was welcome as one of
Ah,
them.
his buddy.
Oh, how nice.
Jason Syndulla. Born to fly, just like his mother.
Really?
And well, we all know what his father was like.
Oh. Get Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah.
And it's time to bring him home.
Oh, so they're gonna go search for him.
Yeah.
Oh, the wolves.
All the cats around him.
Oh, I got the
Yeah,
music at the end. I love it.
So psyched.
Nice
Nice ending. I loved it.
Oh, that was bittersweet. That was good.
Aw.
I love a good epilogue.
Yeah, my goodness.
That was wonderful.
Wow, that was really
Excellent.
Oh,
Great.
so it was a happy ending. I mean, they liberated
Yes.
Lothal, and the people are free,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
the Empire didn't go back there. It's
That's
breaking
right.
down, and
That's right. And
falling
Thrawn
apart.
lost. Thrawn lost.
Wow.
Christ
I got
lost
that.
her life.
It's good.
I love
Yeah.
how Sabine and Ahsoka now are going to go find Ezra.
Yes,
like
that-
that,
that's
left
gonna
that
be
That's
open.
right.
Wow,
So he's
that is
not.
very
He's
good.
not
Yes.
dead. He is
Wow.
out there somewhere.
I'm so happy about
Yes.
that because I mean that was such a tragic buildup, anyways, and for him to just understand and accept that that's what was going to happen, and that he would have to sacrifice himself, not knowing what the results were going to be.
Right, yeah.
I mean, he was a hero at the end
Sure
there. I mean, he
was.
always
My
has
gosh.
been, but there he was very calm and focused,
That's
and
right.
he had to see it through.
The only
Definitely
bad
have
part about that is Thrawn is probably alive.
Yeah.
Unless
Which-
Ezra, doesn't
Probably,
win.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be gone, but no.
It's been a while since we saw The Mandalorian,
Mm-hmm.
but in the second season, we saw Ahsoka, right? And they
Yes.
mentioned Thrawn, and she was going after Thrawn in that
Yes.
series.
Oh, yeah.
So from that, I knew that he was
alive.
going to
Okay.
survive. But I kept saying
Mhm.
snap, and I kept acting like he was going to die in this, because I still wanted
Come
that.
on.
But
Hurt him a
he
little
does
bit.
survive. Because
Try.
Ahsoka's looking for him
Yes,
too.
my
So
gosh.
I'm curious now, because I think there's some miniseries in Star Wars. I don't know if they're like main stories or whatnot, because I know a lot of our fans wanted us to watch this series and then go on to Boba Fett and all the other live action series,
Yeah.
because Obi-Wan recently came out. So I think we're going to do Boba Fett, and we'll stay in order, because we're going to catch up, I think, pretty quick now, because the seasons are short. And then I think The Mandalorian 3 comes out after that, season 3. So it'll be cool to
Exciting.
see if this story will follow through with that, because Ahsoka was already looking for Thrawn in The
Oh,
Mandalorian.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So where's Sabine? Now I need to know where Sabine is.
Sabine,
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's wonderful. Because
Good.
Ahsoka was separate. You know, she was separated from Sabine
Yes.
when she was with Grogu and The Mandalorian. So I'm curious what
Oh,
happened.
wow.
Wow.
Man, I just
So
love
much
where
fun.
everyone is now. I
Me
love
too.
that
Definitely.
Callus is with Zeb.
That's
That was
great. I
very-
think that's
that's
wonderful,
really
because
good,
he
yeah.
felt so
Ending.
guilty
Yes.
Yes.
before, because he
That's
killed
wonderful,
so
yeah.
many of Lasats. You know, he killed so
Yeah.
many, and he respected them and respected Zeb and his stature, and that they're great warriors. And yeah, so that's wonderful
That's really good.
be on
Yeah.
his planet,
That's right.
living there.
Good buddies.
My God.
Really good buddies. And what a fun surprise. I mean, that was so quick and unexpected, but to see Hera with a baby, how
That's good.
sweet.
Oh, yeah, it's so sweet.
Yeah, Jason, was that the name?
Jason, I
Jason?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
It
sweet.
good.
And of course, he looks human, more human than anything. And
That's right.
I mean, I guess it could happen either way, but just to kind of pay tribute. I mean, the creators actually making him that way. Not that she had a choice, but,
Right.
but making him look more human, just
That's
because, in memory of
Yeah,
Kanan.
that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, that was really sweet to
course,
see
that
that. I
was
really
with
like
her.
Candy and
And Rex is with her.
yeah,
That's right.
I'm glad
Yeah.
Rex survived. I really
Yeah.
wanted him to live to the end.
Yeah.
And Gregor,
Me too.
he died. That was really
Yeah,
sad.
that was
He
sad,
died,
yeah.
but they were so brave all the way through, and
Definitely.
he died doing what he loves, what his choice was.
Yeah, and he
That
was
was the
happy
big
with
thing,
his
was
brother,
his
joined
choice.
Rex
Yeah.
at the end there, and Wolf survived, right? We saw
Yes.
Wolf at the
Yes,
end
it
there.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he survived, and I knew we were going to lose people. It's a huge battle. I thought we were going to actually lose more, and even I always say his name wrong, but Belch or Melch, the pig,
Melch.
like
The pig,
Melch.
yes.
Melch, I guess, is Belch.
Hello, Hondo.
He was
Yeah,
great
he
in
was,
this.
yes,
Wasn't
was.
he?
He
felt-
is. Yeah, he was great.
Yes, he was really good about that.
I loved it because we know we always laugh at Hondo, but he's always so selfish with himself. But he really did care for Ezra, and he joined the cause, and he risked his life
He
doing
joined the
so. It wasn't
cause,
about
and he
money
really
here.
felt bad with Melch dying. Well,
Oh,
when he
yes.
thought he died, and just really pouring his heart out to him until he found out that he's alive. And like,
that-
you're lucky to be with me.
I know. Typical Hondo.
That's
See, that was so fun too to
part.
see Melch come back because he was like a joke before. We're like, oh, okay, keep screwing people over, and then trying to mend it and be like, it's fine, pat it back, everything's good, it'll blow over. And he ended up being a big asset. He helped out a lot during this
He
whole
was
battle.
a big deterrent a couple of times. You know,
Definitely.
he was just played the part. He played it along with Zeb, and Zeb flung him over. And
Yeah, he was very courageous there.
Sure was.
Whee!
Great.
And,
My
for
gosh.
him being kind of like a comical character, I kind of thought he would be one of the people that would definitely die. And I knew it right before he got shot, but I am happy he did survive. I thought he was just going to be done and Hondo would be sad.
Yeah. That was
few of
was
his
really
feelings. But yeah, this was a really good finale. Very action-packed. It was double the length of a normal episode. And it felt like a movie, yeah.
And, Price did not, she did not back down.
No, she
she
stayed
was
right with
still
it to the
evil all
end.
the way through. They're going to come back. They're going to, she
She's
was
for
just
the
like, mark
Empire.
my words,
She annoyed me a lot, and biggest thing is because of what happened with Kanan and how stubborn she is.
Yeah.
But honestly, I give her credit at the end because I thought she was, and she was blind by, greed and pride and trying to, look good to Thrawn because she doesn't like to mess up or anything. But the fact that, she was scared of the wolf, obviously, like anyone would be. If a bear, like a huge freaking wolf was like, I'm going to bite your face off,
She called him the dog.
Yeah, like, I'm going to demean you by calling you a dog. I don't know. But the fact that she was scared there, again, it's a terrifying moment, but she wasn't a coward. No, and then all the way to the end, she knew her fate and she stuck by the Empire, even though she was so screwed.
That's right.
And right before it exploded, she just totally closed her eyes and accepted it. She wasn't like, no, we're trying to find a way out. So I was pretty impressed.
I'm kind of glad that she was like that and not like at the end just because she was fearful of dying. She went to the rebels, because then you'd still always have that fear that she was going to backstab you in some way. Yeah. It's not like Callus, where he's like, he was for the cause before he moved over. She would have,
because he actually cares about
she
people.
would have been a thorn on their side,
Oh, definitely.
Thereafter, or just a prisoner.
But,
I think she was too stubborn to change.
Yeah,
anyways.
she was way too, too loyal to the Empire.
Yeah, I was just impressed that she just didn't get scared and go, oh my God, and try to find a way to escape at the end. And I'm glad she wasn't just like pushing people out of the way and like throwing her own troops into the line of fire, like trying to save her own life.
And she's so, her face she looks so tired with those bags under her eyes, the darkness under her eyes, like just like, hi, I'm completely for the cause. Right. And I loved the part with the Emperor, the Palpatine, trying to persuade Ezra to go see his parents to go forward. He just needed that gate opened, and Ezra knew. He's like, no way, I'm out of there.
And just to see how hard it was for him, because he's always wanted to see his parents. And quick tangent, but when we first started watching this series, I thought the quest was going to be finding his parents, and that was going to take a little while. They were going to find them, and then they'd have to save them in some way. So it was a constant goal of them to try to free his parents, but never getting there until the end. But right away, we learned out that they died. And even then, I think I was still in denial, thinking that, oh, well, maybe they're not really dead. But when he felt it in the forest, then I was like, yeah, it's probably true. But it happens in war. And, so it's really sad. But he found a family outside of that, like he made a family, and they're so close and they love each other, and him going through that temptation with Palpatine, because it's right there, but so many questions too, like, oh wow, that sounds so easy, they already died, but they're right here in front of me, and they're looking at me too, and why would they reach out? Like, what does this even mean? Are they souls? Like, I'd have all these questions, but he understood that wasn't real.
It wasn't, it was just a vision, and he just wanted him to open.
Yeah, that was a really heartfelt scene, because him crying, being like, I have to let you go, like, that was a huge thing for Ezra.
Definitely.
To separate it and be like, he knows, he lost Kanan, like, that was a huge loss for him too, and he was like a father to him, or a big brother, and for him to die, and that's so close, because, I mean, you always love your parents, and he was close to his parents when he was a kid, but it's been so long now that Kanan, like, was such a raw, new death for him to go through, like, to actually see it too. So I think that also helped him realize that he had to separate and be like, I couldn't save my master when he was tempted there, and I have to let my parents go because they are gone.
Forward. You have to go forward.
That was a great scene with Palpatine too. I love that, with being all like, Chancellor Palpatine, and he's like,
changing over, getting more to his true self.
Great design. He's so evil, so scary looking, and just the teeth and the eyes so deeply set into his skull. He's like,
even his true self, when he first, when you saw him, he wasn't his true self, and he was just.
He tries to manipulate you to be like, look, I'm an innocent old man, and
come with me.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for people when I really don't. I just want power, and he's a really bad man. But to see him here with Ezra and needing Ezra, because he's more powerful than Palpatine in a way, to be able to unlock this door.
He can unlock it, and Palpatine knew it, and he just. Anything he can to manipulate, he went for it, and boy, was he ticked off when he didn't do it.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it so much. And Ezra, I mean, all odds against him. I mean, Palpatine and that, like, vision was there. Just, he wasn't actually there, which was so crazy, and we know how strong he is, but for him to actually release his cuffs as a transmission.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wow, I'm like,
Very
that's
strong.
pretty impressive, you know? Like he
Yeah.
wasn't even there. But again, I know he's that powerful. I mean, we've seen the movies and with Luke and, you know, how he was able to, you know, move planets, or he used to, you know, he jumped
Right, and
planets.
he was just so sure that Ezra was going to go for it. That's why that one last, you know, letting him free, so to speak, was like, okay, I trust you. Don't you trust me?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't trust you. That's why he didn't do
But
it.
all odds against Ezra, and he's getting attacked at all angles, and that weapon at the end with the yellow lightning or whatever, like pulling him up, and he was still able to crush everyone there. That was amazing.
That was incredible.
Zeb able to take out that assassin. That was funny. I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I was so bad.
And
I
I'm
was like,
so
just kill
glad
this
it
guy. I
was
don't
Zeb
think
to
we're
do
just
it.
gonna-
I'm so glad it was Zeb
Me
because
too.
he was after Zeb right from the beginning.
Oh, that's right.
No, yeah, you're right, because he kept smelling Lasat. And I don't know if
Yeah.
they paired them up too, because even though they're very different in anatomy, they kind of move the same with climbing on stuff. They're very agile, and Zeb is like that, but then he's also super strong.
Yes,
So I just love, and he was the one who actually said, I think Sabine almost killed him, right? And he's like, no, don't do that, don't kill him, or we're not like that. Or was it vice versa? Maybe Zeb almost killed him.
Zeb did, and Sabine stopped him.
And Sabine stopped him. So, you know, here he was being good. So I get that now that, you know, he didn't want to kill him there, but I really wanted him to. But then he didn't actually directly kill him.
Indirectly.
Indirectly, yeah. So just tying him there and just saying like, oh, you'll have to call, but ooh, never mind. So you can actually hear him going, ah!
And I loved
quiet.
Thrawn's face, like, what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted
no.
Thrawn to melt down so much, and he didn't, but he did lose his cool.
He
and
did, but still.
I actually liked it better this way because it shows how strong of a person he is, where he doesn't let a lot of emotion out no matter what, even towards the
Right,
end
even
there.
when he heard about the peripheral military, you know, around him was just, you know, taken over. You could see him breaking down, but not too much. He still tried to keep his
like
composure.
eyes twitching, not twitching, but like he'd have like a quick like
Squinting.
like his eyes would get bigger for a second and shifty eyes, and so he was a great villain. I loved him as a villain in this show. So intimidating, chills up my back, and you know he had that voice too. He was so intelligent,
yes,
so
spoke so slowly. And
very calm,
dramatically.
and he was very
Very
good at
confident.
that. Very good. But I do like where Callus and Zeb ended up. That's great. Thrawn is somewhere out there, which I want to see, and maybe The Mandalorian or whatever live action series. And I'm glad Ezra's alive, right? I mean, we're hoping that he is alive because I was shocked thinking he did actually die. And I'm like, you can't end the series with him dying. That sucks. We already lost Kanan, and we lost Gregor. We lost a lot of people. So. You know, I'm glad that he's still alive, and that Sabine is going to go with Ahsoka and look for him.
Yeah,
that's
that's going to be a great story to follow.
Right,
And Hera with her baby, I think that's so cute.
That's so sweet.
So maybe there'll be something with that too down the road.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Awesome.
That would be really fun.
That'd be
So
very good.
I have to throw it out there. Favorite character of the series, main character.
I liked Kanan, but I also liked Hera too. They all were
They were all good.
I love
agree.
them all together. I love learning about, and they all grew together, and they all learned to understand that they are family. My favorite was Hera and Chopper. Chopper for the laughs. He gave me so many laughs.
Yeah.
But Hera was great because she kept everyone together. I mean, she went up the ranks. Now she's general, so she's a great leader, and she's a great mom. You know, she really was the glue of the family.
Hera,
Definitely.
I think Hera's definitely my favorite. They're all right there. They're all so close. And Ezra, like, he was like the main character.
Yeah, that's right.
And I love his arc, like his transition from the first episode all the way to the end here, and how mature and how he grew into being a Jedi, and you know, everyone learning from each other and growing into who they are.
Definitely.
Like, I just love character development like that. Hera's my favorite. Ezra and Kanan are like a close second. You know, I don't know who I like more, but and then Sabine I really enjoy too, and we started getting more of her the last couple seasons, which has been really nice. So I want to know more about her. But again, she's a close third. So like, she's right there too. Zeb is fun. I just saw him as like the friend, chummy, like
big brother.
Yeah, so
uncle.
he was enjoyable. Yeah, they were all good. Chopper was just so funny. He always made us laugh.
Yes,
and he was, I mean, he saved him in a lot of...
He's done a lot.
Got him out of a lot of hard spots there.
I love seeing the soft side, too, besides his sarcastic, rough side.
And his
uh-ohs. Deep Filoni.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, they were great. And then we had so many characters, you know, besides the main characters, like some of these secondary, third characters.
And, Hondo.
Hondo was fun.
Yeah, he
my
was
favorite.
Really yeah, did you have a favorite mom too?
Hondo.
Yeah, Hondo, you liked him too?
Yes, I liked him a lot.
And he was funny, and I know Obi-Wan, we enjoyed seeing him.
Rex was phenomenal.
Yeah,
right,
I think Mom mentioned Rex before setup, that you liked Rex.
Yes,
so you liked Rex
yeah.
more, and then you liked Hondo.
Yes.
And with me, I want to say I love seeing Rex in this. Ahsoka's always been my favorite, so I was very happy to have her in this series. Yeah. And also Maul. I heard you mention Maul too.
Yes, Maul was my favorite villain. But I loved his story. I felt bad for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. It was like tragic, you know.
It was a very sad death, but I'm glad that Obi
did it quick.
Yes. And he was
able to talk to him and cradle him.
Yeah.
You know, like he had a very tragic story. So I liked Maul too. So Ahsoka, I want to say, is my favorite secondary character in this show. But there were so many. I mean, Hondo. I was going to
Vizago.
Vizago was great. I love how he came back full circle because I thought he was just going to be that petty, annoying guy that they trade with, and then he'd be like, you know,
that's right.
not really be a big part of the group. But I love everyone getting together, and Ketsu coming back as we saw before, you know, but just seeing everyone together fighting together.
Yeah, she was fantastic in this battle.
Yeah, it was great. Like, do you have any good ideas? I do, but I'm staying. Or whatever she said, that was great. I love that. Instead of just leaving. That's my good idea. I'm just going to leave you. Yeah, that was fun. There's just so many things I want to talk about. I'm just trying to cover everything. But I'm just like living in the moment. I'm so sad that it's over. I love this show.
I
but
am too. It was a great series.
It was. Thank you guys for requesting this.
We saw Luke too.
We saw Luke briefly, but we saw Princess Leia in an episode. That was fun. And we saw Obi-Wan.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I like that. And they were in a main focus. Like they had maybe an episode, but it wasn't like a reoccurring thing.
No.
Because we had to focce on our rebel family.
Right. And they helped us, our gang, point them in the right direction. Lothal was where they needed to be.
Yeah, and there's so many planets that need help, but this has been a main focus. Lothal has been a main focus since the start. So what a great way to win part of the war. You know, like that was a huge win. And it looks beautiful. They're coming back. I mean, they have like a palace that looks like that.
That's right.
Just a bunch of beautiful buildings. Loth cats and Loth wolves. They're just like all happy.
Yeah,
you know, they're just running
really
around,
thriving.
Protectors and thriving now. Yeah. We're going to be close to that soon. Very good show. So let us let us know what you guys thought of this series. Did you guys have a favorite series? I mean, I know this is fresh in our minds, Rebels, but we saw the Clone Wars, we saw the Bad Batch. What's your favorite one?
Of course, I like the Rebels, but I like them all. You know, it's cool.
I personally like the Rebels because it's leading you up to the movies. And it just had that feel, and you're just getting closer to, you know, Darth Vader and Palpatine, and you're seeing, you know, Obi, and you're just seeing all the people that we're used to from the movies. And Clone Wars was a close second, and then Bad Batch for me.
Because in the Clone Wars, we had most of the characters from the movies in that.
We did,
but they were younger, more separated.
They were younger.
Like,
this is like closer,
farther away from the classic movies, you know. But yeah, I agree. Like, I love Rebels. I know it's fresh in my mind, but honestly, like, I love the character development in this so much, and just having that family aspect, and them learning from each other, and being so different. And they stayed different, but they grew together, and they just became such a strong unit, learning from each other. And they truly are a family, and I love that. So this is definitely my favorite, but the Clone Wars is right there. You know, like, I just love learning and seeing Anakin actually being Anakin. We saw him in the movies, but I couldn't really relate to him as strongly because it was good, but he was just so obsessed with, you know, Padme, and he was in love. And I do love that story, but, you know, I just saw him in a different light in the Clone Wars, and I liked him a lot better as Anakin in the Clone Wars. And I just thought he was so good. So just to see that, and then have Obi-Wan younger and see how they were fighting the wars. And
they were great together.
And Ahsoka, and that's how we were introduced to Ahsoka. So I'm glad that she, was created for that. And look at how popular she is now. I mean, she's one of a top favorites amongst many, which is amazing. But so I want to say Rebels, the Clone Wars, and then the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch I love, but just because it's shorter, we haven't been as committed. It's only been a few episodes. Well, it's a few though, 16 or something? So there were a lot. But we've been watching the Clone Wars for years, and then Rebels for a long while.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's got to be a year. I don't know how long.
We started doubling up on episodes, right? So it's been definitely a fun ride, and we can't wait to watch Boba Fett next.
So many more.
Yeah, it's been good. I just want to keep talking about it, but we can always continue on Boba Fett, right, guys?
That's right.
Exactly. We're gonna.
So I'm wondering, what we're gonna see in Boba Fett is if it's gonna be like a standalone, or are we going to see cameos of other people, maybe Rebels? Because I know everyone was worried. That's why we continued Rebels and didn't watch Boba Fett, because usually we just jump right into The Mandalorian and watch the in between watching the Clone Wars at the time, and everyone freaked out and said, watch out, you might get spoiled. And it's true. We learned about Ahsoka and her surviving, so we weren't so scared watching it in this. She'll survive, she'll come out of it.
Right. And we probably would have known that she was around when she saw Sabine. But still, I think it's great that we did this first, and now we can move on.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah, it's good. So, big thumbs up. We loved you, Rebels. You were great. Nancy Ghost.
Thank you.
I am sad that everyone's separated now, but that's what happens. They were in war, they were fighting, and now they're settling in,
That's right.
But
so
they're
maybe we'll
okay.
meet again. But they're good for the most part, so that's good. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. You can check out our links below to see a big library of all our Star Wars reactions. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys. May the Force be with you.
That's right.
Bye.